Far in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, thousands of miles away from the world's busiest cities, there is an island where the mountains rise from the sea, where turquoise waters surround ancient lands, and where life has followed the rhythm of the ocean for generations. A place that many people imagine as a perfect paradise, with floating villas, white beaches, and endless blue horizons. But beyond the beauty seen in photographs, there is another, Bora Bora, a place of history, traditions, and people who have built their lives between the mountains and the sea. This is Bora Bora, one of the most extraordinary islands of French Polynesia, where nature created a masterpiece and generations of people learned how to live in harmony with it. Millions of years ago, this island did not exist in the form we know today. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, volcanic forces pushed mountains upward from the sea, creating a powerful landscape surrounded by a protective coral reef. Over time, the volcano slowly changed. The mountain began to disappear, the ocean shaped the coastline, and a unique island was born. A place where a dramatic green peak rises above a calm blue lagoon. But long before travelers discovered Bora Bora, this island already had its own world. For centuries, Polynesian communities called this place home. They arrived across the vast Pacific using incredible knowledge of the stars, ocean currents, and winds, traveling thousands of kilometers without modern technology. They built villages along the coast, developed traditions connected with the sea, and created a culture where nature was not something separate from life, it was part of their identity. The ocean provided food. The mountains provided shelter. The land provided everything needed for survival. For the people of Bora Bora, the island was never just a beautiful place. It was an ancestor, a memory, and a connection between generations. Today, life on Bora Bora exists between two different worlds. On one side is the paradise known around the world. Luxury resorts, visitors arriving from distant countries, and crystal waters that attract people searching for an unforgettable escape. But beyond the resorts, another Bora Bora continues quietly. Local families wake up with views of the lagoon. Fishermen continue traditions connected to the ocean. Craftsmen create handmade products inspired by Polynesian culture. Children grow up learning the stories and customs passed down from their ancestors. Life here follows a different rhythm. There are no endless highways, no crowded city centers, and no rush like the modern world beyond the island. Instead, days are shaped by the movement of the sun, the changing tides, and the relationship between people and the natural environment around them. Food, music, and celebrations remain important parts of island life. Traditional dances tell stories of the past. Songs preserve memories. Shared meals bring communities together. Because in Bora Bora, culture is not something displayed only for visitors. It is something people continue living every day. Yet this paradise also faces challenges. A small island surrounded by a powerful ocean must protect its fragile environment while adapting to a changing world. The future of Bora Bora depends on preserving the balance between tourism, nature, and the traditions that have protected this island for centuries. As the sun begins to disappear behind Mount Otemanu, the lagoon changes color. Boats slowly return home, the waves become quieter, and the island enters another peaceful night beneath the Pacific sky. In that moment, Bora Bora reveals its true beauty, not only because of its landscapes, but because of the life that exists within them. Because paradise is not created only by beaches and oceans. It is created by the people who protect it, the stories they carry, and the connection they share with the land beneath their feet. This is Bora Bora, the island born from fire, surrounded by the endless Pacific, where ancient traditions meet modern dreams, and where people continue living between the mountains, the ocean, and the timeless rhythm of island life. But to truly understand Bora Bora, you must look beyond the perfect images of turquoise lagoons and white beaches. Because an island is not defined by how beautiful it looks from the outside. It is defined by the people who wake up there every morning, by the stories hidden in its villages, and by the traditions that continue flowing like the ocean surrounding it. For the people of Bora Bora, the lagoon has always been more than a beautiful view. It is a living part of their world. Long before modern boats crossed these waters, Polynesian navigators traveled through the Pacific, guided only by nature. They watched the stars, studied the waves, and understood the movements of birds and winds to find islands hidden across an ocean larger than any continent. Their journeys were among the greatest achievements of human exploration. Without maps or modern instruments, they connected distant islands and created a civilization shaped by the sea. And Bora Bora became one of those special places where people chose to stay. Generations were born beneath the shadow of the mountains. Families built homes near the shoreline, fishermen learned the secrets of the lagoon. Elders passed down stories that explained not only where they came from, but who they were. In Polynesian culture, the connection between people and nature has always been powerful. Mountains, oceans, and islands are not simply landscapes. They are part of a greater family, carrying memories from those who lived before. This belief can still be felt in everyday life today. In small villages around the island, mornings begin quietly. Fishermen prepare their boats before the sun becomes too strong. Families gather for meals, using ingredients from the land and sea. Children grow up learning traditions that their grandparents once learned from theirs. The rhythm of life here is not controlled by crowded schedules or endless noise. It follows something much older: the movement of the tides, the changing seasons, and the natural pace of island living. But Bora Bora's story changed when the outside world finally discovered its beauty. In the middle of the 20th century, the island became known internationally. Travelers began arriving from across the planet, searching for the paradise they had only seen in dreams. The arrival of tourism transformed the island forever. New opportunities appeared, roads, businesses, and communities developed. Many local families found new ways to support their lives while sharing their homeland with visitors. But with beauty came responsibility. Because a paradise surrounded by water is also incredibly fragile. Every change affects the ocean, the coral reefs, and the delicate balance that allows life to continue here. Today, many people on Bora Bora face an important question. How can an island welcome the world without losing the identity that made it special in the first place? The answer may be found in the same wisdom that guided the first Polynesian settlers: respect for nature, patience, and understanding that humans are not separate from the environment around them. Beyond the luxury villas and famous views, the real Bora Bora exists in simple moments. A fisherman returning as the sun rises. A family sharing stories beside the ocean. Traditional music echoing through the evening air. A child looking across the lagoon, seeing the same landscape that generations before once saw. These moments reveal something important: that paradise is not just a place you visit, it is a way of life created through connection, memory, and belonging. And perhaps that is why Bora Bora continues to fascinate the world, not only because of its beauty, but because it represents something many people have lost: a slower relationship with nature and a deeper appreciation for simple things. As night falls over the island, the lights of homes reflect across the calm lagoon. The mountains become silhouettes, the ocean becomes silent, and the stars above remind everyone that this tiny island is part of something much larger. A story that began with volcanic fire, was shaped by ocean journeys, and continues today through the lives of the people who call Bora Bora home. This is Bora Bora, not just a paradise surrounded by water, but a living island of memories, traditions, and dreams, where every wave carries the stories of generations who learned to live with the endless Pacific Ocean. But the story of Bora Bora is not only written in the waves, the mountains, or the villages along the shore. It is also written in the invisible connection between generations, a connection that has allowed a small island in the middle of the Pacific to preserve its identity, while the world around it continues to change. Every island has a heartbeat. For Bora Bora, that heartbeat comes from the ocean. Long before tourists arrived with cameras and dreams of paradise, the people here understood that the sea was their greatest teacher. The ocean was a road, not a barrier. It connected families across distant islands, provided food for communities, and carried the stories of explorers who looked toward the horizon without knowing what waited beyond it. For the ancestors of Bora Bora, survival depended on knowledge. They learned when the currents changed, when the winds shifted, and when the ocean was calm enough to begin another journey. This relationship with nature created a culture built around respect. The island was never seen as something to control. It was something to protect. That philosophy can still be seen today. Around the island, local fishermen continue leaving before sunrise. Their boats move across the quiet lagoon, while the mountains slowly appear through the morning mist. For them, fishing is not simply a job, it is a tradition connected to family memories, passed down through stories told beside the ocean for generations. On land, another side of Bora Bora comes alive. Small communities gather for celebrations filled with music and dance. Traditional songs tell stories of ancestors, of voyages across the Pacific, and of a deep connection between people and the islands they call home. These traditions are more than performances for visitors. They are reminders of identity. Because for a small island surrounded by a huge ocean, protecting culture means protecting the memory of who they are. But life in Bora Bora is not always as easy as the paradise images suggest. Living on an isolated island brings challenges that many visitors never see. Supplies must travel across the ocean. Opportunities can be limited. Young people must decide whether to stay close to their roots or search for new possibilities beyond the horizon. This is the hidden side of island life, the balance between preserving a home and adapting to a changing world. For many families, the answer is found in combining the old with the new. Modern education, technology, and tourism have created new opportunities, but the foundation remains the same: family, community, and respect for the island that supports them. The younger generation of Bora Bora carries a unique responsibility. They are the bridge between two worlds. They understand the modern world beyond the island, but they also carry the stories, traditions, and values inherited from those who came before them. And perhaps this is the greatest mystery of Bora Bora. How does a place become famous around the world without losing the soul that made it special in the first place? The answer can be found not in the luxury resorts or the perfect beaches, but in the quiet moments most visitors never notice. A grandfather teaching a child the secrets of the ocean. A family sharing a meal after a long day. A traditional song carried by the evening wind. A boat returning home beneath the shadow of the mountain. These are the moments that keep Bora Bora alive. Because paradise is not created by what the world sees from the outside. It is created by the people who wake up there every day and choose to protect it. As the stars appear above the Pacific, the island becomes quiet once again. The lagoon reflects the night sky, the waves gently touch the shore, and the mountains stand silently above a community that has survived through centuries of change. Bora Bora remains what it has always been, a place shaped by fire, surrounded by water, and kept alive by the stories of its people. This is Bora Bora, where the ocean is a road, the mountains are guardians, and island life continues through generations, proving that the true beauty of paradise is not only what we see, but what we feel. There is something unusual about islands like Bora Bora. The smaller they appear on a map, the larger the stories they carry. Surrounded by thousands of kilometers of open ocean, this island has always existed between isolation and connection. A place that seems far away from the rest of the world, yet has been connected to distant civilizations through the endless movement of the Pacific. For the people who live here, the ocean is not an empty space separating them from others. It is a living highway that has carried ancestors, traditions, and dreams across generations. Every wave that reaches the shore carries a reminder of the journeys that came before. Every mountain path holds memories of those who lived here long before Bora Bora became known as one of the most beautiful islands on Earth. But behind the famous image of paradise, there is a daily reality that few visitors experience. Life on Bora Bora requires patience. Everything depends on the rhythm of the island. The weather decides when boats travel. The ocean decides what can be harvested. The seasons influence how people work and live. Unlike the fast-moving cities where time is measured by schedules and deadlines, island life is measured differently. It is measured by the sunrise over the lagoon, by the return of fishing boats, by evenings spent with family as the sound of waves replaces the noise of the modern world. This slower rhythm has shaped the character of the people here, a culture where relationships matter deeply, where neighbors know each other, and where community remains one of the strongest foundations of everyday life. In many island homes, stories are still one of the greatest treasures. Elders share memories of the past, explaining how their ancestors traveled across the Pacific, how they understood the ocean, and how they survived in a world where nature was both a challenge and a guide. These stories are not written in books. They live in conversations, in songs, and in the traditions passed quietly from one generation to the next. But Bora Bora is also a place where the modern world has arrived. The island that was once known only by local communities is now recognized around the world. Travelers arrive searching for beauty, peace, and a glimpse of a life that feels far away from ordinary routines. Tourism has changed the island in many ways. It has created jobs, connected people with different cultures, and allowed the world to discover Polynesian traditions. But it has also created a difficult question. How can a small island welcome millions of dreams without losing its own? This question is at the center of Bora Bora's future. Because the true value of this island is not only measured by its beauty, it is measured by the balance between nature, culture, and the people who have protected it for centuries. The coral reefs beneath the lagoon, the forests covering the mountains, and the traditions carried by local families are all connected parts of the same story. When one part changes, everything else is affected. That is why many people on Bora Bora believe that protecting the island means protecting a way of life, not only for themselves, but for future generations who will inherit this extraordinary place. And perhaps the most beautiful lesson of Bora Bora is this: true paradise is not a place without problems. True paradise is a place where people continue caring, adapting, and finding ways to live together with nature. As another day comes to an end, the island returns to silence. The last boats cross the lagoon, the mountains disappear into the evening shadows, and families gather beneath the same sky that has watched over this island for countless generations. Tomorrow, the sun will rise again over Bora Bora. Fishermen will return to the ocean. Children will continue learning the stories of their ancestors, and the island will continue its endless conversation with the Pacific. Because Bora Bora was never only about being beautiful. It is about belonging. Belonging to the land, belonging to the ocean, belonging to a story that began thousands of years ago and continues today through the lives of the people who call this island home. This is Bora Bora, not just a paradise found in the middle of the Pacific, but a living world where ancient wisdom, island traditions, and the endless power of nature continue to exist together.